ranking every single LEGO Star Wars A-Wing. And last, we have a sequels microfighter, and this just does not look like the A-Wing that much. It just is really bad, so I'm putting it at the lowest. Even below this polybag, which is kind of crazy to do, but the polybag actually represents an A-Wing pretty well, so I'm putting it higher. Next up, I'm going to put the original A-Wing from like 1999, 2000, something like that. And it actually looks really good for the time. You know, it's a good model, but that landing gear is just so bad, and it's obviously, really outdated, but it's got that nice classic feel. I still like it. Then we have the 4 Plus A-Wing, and as far as 4 Plus sets go, this actually isn't too bad. It is a little small compared to what it should be, but it's not a bad model, but it isn't going any higher. Next up, we have the 2006 A-Wing, which I think actually looks pretty good for the time, and it could hold up modern day. Obviously, it doesn't have the best, like, greebling pieces or anything like that, but it still looks pretty good. Then you might be surprised. Next, I have the UCS A-Wing, and just to me, I don't see why you would want a UCS A-Wing. I'd much prefer a Playscale one. And this almost feels to me like not as bad as the UCS Land Speeder, but like in that same vein where it's like, why do you want such a small ship and such a huge scale? Wouldn't you just rather have a minifigure scale model? Then we have the 2013 A-Wing, which is a really good Playscale version and the one that I actually had growing up. And this is a lot more detailed than any of the Playscale ones that we've seen before on this list. But I don't like that the engines in the back always fall off. That always used to happen to me as a kid, and it was really annoying. Then at number 3, we have the A-Wing from the sequels. I believe this one's from The Rise of Skywalker, and it looks really good. I think the green and white color scheme with the gold accents is a really interesting one. The one thing about this A-Wing is that while it looks really good on the sides and stuff of the cockpit, where, it goes from the cockpit and turns down into the wing, the angled pieces used around the hood of it just don't look that good because they're trying to integrate a play feature in where you can shoot the spring-loaded shooters that are underneath, and it just doesn't look the best, but it's still a really good model. But you can see at number 2, this Rebels A-Wing just has that fixed where the hood of it just does not have that, and it looks a lot cleaner. And while it does also use the green, I like the gray and the yellow more than the white and the gold. But at number 1, we have the Rogue One A-Wing, and while this does have the problem of the number 3 spot where it does have that play feature integrated in on the hood, I do think it looks a lot better and it's not as noticeable. And it's just a really clean model, and I mean, you have to put that classic red A-Wing at number 1. Just being that original color scheme that we get to see in Return of the Jedi, and it's just a great set. And I really like that Lando figure that you get as well, which is really expensive nowadays. But let me know what y'all would put as your number 1 in the comments below.